students, now we are going to do astable multivibrator, so which is also known as free running multivibrator because it doesn't have any stable state. So in this astable multivibrator we have to take out three cases. One is the duty with respect to the duty cycle, that is T on, which is greater than 50%, less than 50% and equal to 50%, because the total time period is T on plus T off. In that we have to take out the duty cycle which is greater than 50%, means the T on is greater than 50% of the total time period. If you are taking the T on less than 50%, then the duty cycle is less than 50%. That indicates that the T on is less than 50% of the total time period. If you are taking duty cycle is equal to 50%, then it indicates that T on and T off will be equal. That indicates T on is equal to 50%, T off is equal to 50%. Suppose if you are taking 1 milliseconds of total time period, then in T off, the duty cycle is equal to 50%. In that 0.5 millisecond will be T on and 0.5 millisecond will be T off. If you are taking duty cycle greater than 60%, that indicates that T on is greater than 50%. So which indicates we can take the T on is equal to 0.6 milliseconds and T off is equal to 0.4 milliseconds. In the same way, the other case, if the duty cycle is less than 50%, so less than 50% means the T on might be 40% and T off might be 60%. So in that case, the T on might be 0.4 milliseconds and T off will be 0.6 milliseconds. So this changes we can do by just changing the values of RA and RB, which are shown in the circuit. By just changing this RA and RB values, we can get any duty cycle, required duty cycle. So now first we have started with taking the duty cycle greater than 50%. So here we have taken the resistance RE is equal to 58.8 and RB is equal to 28 kilo ohm. So that resistance we have connected here. And here we will be not using any signal generator since it doesn't require any triggering input. So in this, by properly choosing the RA and RB value, we can generate whatever the signal we want. So here the pin number 6 is our threshold voltage, which indicates the capacitor variations. The capacitor charging and discharging is indicated by the pin number 6. So pin number 6 we can see the variations of the capacitor charge. The resistance values of 5.7 kilo ohm and 8.2 kilo ohm across and along with the diode. During that time we will be able to achieve lesser than 50% duty cycle. So you can see that when the duty cycle is lesser than 50%, so you can observe in the output waveform that T on is less than 50% and T off is greater than 50%. Among the total time period, you can observe the T on is lesser compared to the T off. So T off will be greater than the 50%. If you take this one as 1 millisecond, in 1 millisecond you can observe it is around 0.4 milliseconds and you can observe the T off as 0.6 millisecond. So that means here the T off is occupying 0.6 millisecond and T on is occupying 0.4 millisecond, and the charging and discharging process of the capacitor is shown as it is, and during the on time it is charging and during the off time it is discharging. So here see the on time is less, the discharging time is less, but discharging time is more for the capacitor. So this is about astable multivibrator taking out three cases: duty cycle less than 50%, duty cycle greater than 50% and duty cycle equal to 50%. So next we are going on to the duty cycle with 50%. So for the duty cycle with 50%, what you have to do is we have to take RA and RB as same. RA and RB should be equal. RA and RB we have taken it as 7.2 kilo ohm, 7.2 kilo ohm. Along with that we have used a diode. So this diode has been connected between pin number 6 and pin number 7. So once you connect this diode and RA and RB are made equal, you are going to get the output as a complete square wave where T on and T off both are equal. So if you are taking it for suppose if you choose it for 1 millisecond, you can observe that both the T on and T off are almost same. So we tell 50% of the total time period is T on and 50% of total time period is T off. So total time period is 1 milliseconds. In this 0.5 milliseconds is T on, 0.5 milliseconds is T off. So let us now look into the capacitor charging and discharging. Again you can observe during the charging, the capacitor is charging during the on time and it is discharging during the off time. So this shows a perfect synchronization of the output signal with respect to the capacitor charging and discharging process. So this is about the duty cycle, the astable multivibrator with the duty cycle 50%. Whatever the signal we want. So here the pin number 6 is our threshold voltage, which indicates the capacitor variations. The capacitor charging and discharging is indicated by the pin number 6. So pin number 6 we can see the variations of the capacitor charging and discharging process. At pin number 3 we can observe the output voltage. So we will now connect to the CRO. And the fixed supply, the same thing for 555 timer IC, we have used 5 volts fixed supply we have used, plus VCC is equal to 5 volt and minus V is equal to minus 5 volt. So you can observe in the CRO that the total time period is approximately it is 3, 4, it is around 5.4 into 2. So in this you can just observe, that among this total time period, the T on is maximum compared to T off. That means the T on is more than 50% compared to the T off. So we will tell the duty cycle is greater than 50%. That indicates the T on is greater than 50% and T off is less than 50%. So this is the output for the duty cycle which is greater than 50%. In the same way, by changing the values of RA and RB, we can get this T on and T off is equal when duty cycle is chosen to be 50%. In the same way, we can make this T on lesser and T off greater when the duty cycle is chosen lesser than 50%. So these are the different things that we can do. So now we will see so this shows the some kind of triangular wave. This shows the variation of the charging and discharging process of the capacitor. So you can observe one thing. So when the capacitor is charging, the output is going high, and when the capacitor is discharging, the output is going to low. So this shows the charging and discharging in line with the output voltage. So we can observe both the things and just note down what is the voltage and the time period, whatever you are getting, total time period, and what is the duty cycle you are getting, that you should note down, and what is the voltage across the capacitor. So that is about this experiment.